A warm welcome to Snakemaster. In our previous episodes, we had met some rare, unique, extremely dangerous and exciting guests. But today, we want to show you something else. We are going to meet a good friend of mine here in Kollam district. His name is Roy Thomas. A few days ago, he was bitten by a Russell's viper. Fortunately, he's recovering. He was in hospital for several days, but now he's back home. I am right now standing at the front yard of his home. When I visited him in hospital, I was shocked to see his hand. It was in real bad shape. I want my viewers to see him so that they are never tempted to catch a snake. I am aware that there are many people out there trying to imitate me. A couple of years ago, Roy had attended a snake awareness program of the Forest Department, conducted by me. Since then, he had seriously taken up snake rescue. He has even rescued a king cobra. But despite his experience with snakes, he was bitten. My friend was bitten in his hand when he was taking the snake out of a pile of firewood. It was just a tiny little bite to his index finger. He immediately called me. I told him to rush to hospital. He had already caught the snake. He gave it to the forest officials before going to hospital. I want my viewers to see the effect of even a light snake bite. I am not trying to scare you, but you must see just how bad it is. The skin peels off, sometimes even the flesh beneath comes off. In such cases, we have to go for things like skin grafting. He's home now, but the treatment will continue at least for the next 6 months. Let's go meet him. This is Roy. His wife, children and his parents are here with him. This is his son. He has a daughter as well. After he caught the king cobra, he had acquired quite a reputation. So people in the neighborhood called him when they spotted a snake. He had become quite a pro at it until this accident. You know, most of the snake bites in Kerala come from the Russell's viper. Its poison seriously impedes the circulatory system. A fascinating fact about the Russell's viper is that it does not lay eggs. It gives birth to its young. Another striking feature are its long fangs. See how long its fangs are. When you are trying to catch a Russell's viper, there is one thing you should be careful about. Never ever catch hold of its head. Its fangs can get you when you least expect it. Its fangs are 1 to 1.5 inches long. They are curved. Roy was bitten almost a month ago. 24 days. He was called in to catch the snake. He was putting the snake into a sack when it struck. He was bitten on his index finger. It was not a serious bite at all. Just a teeny tiny bite. I have always said this. If it's an adult snake, we should be extra careful in handling it because they will have a lot of venom in their glands. So even a small bite injects enough venom. Let me remind you again, please don't try these kinds of things. It's extremely dangerous. Roy has a family. He has 2 small children. He's lucky that he got away so lightly. Anyway, let's see how badly he's injured. The wound is still bleeding. His hand is swollen. The doctors had to open up his arm and remove the poisonous fluids. Otherwise, his arm would have become paralyzed. They had to do skin grafting as well. It will take months for his body to heal and to return to normal. He's very weak right now. The kidney is the first to be affected by the Russell's viper's venom. He has a severe headache. He says the pain is really bad. He has pain in his stomach also. I hope my viewers know that nearly all snake catchers are mostly laborers. Roy is a rubber tapper. They barely make enough to get by. An accident can be a blow to their families. Fortunately for Roy, the rest of his body is just fine. None of his vital organs are affected. He's on medication right now. Now, the biggest complication is infection. He should wash the wound with a mild soap. Protect it from dust. After the wound heals, he may require cosmetic surgery. When I was bitten, my middle finger had to be amputated. His fingers are not fully functional as yet, but they will be okay. Andhra, Tamil Nadu and Karnataka have the highest death toll from the Russell's viper's bite. For the people of this area, Roy has been a great help. If anyone saw a snake in their house or yard, Roy would rush to help them. He has rescued a number of snakes and released them in the wild. He's done all this selflessly without expecting any benefit in return. Let's hope and pray that his wound will heal quickly. Let's wish him a speedy recovery, especially for the sake of his children. These days, government gives a lot of funds for snake rescue missions. The government bears the treatment costs. Roy must get the money necessary for his treatment. The government cannot shirk its responsibility towards him. Our elected leaders, our MPs and MLAs can help to raise funds. But of course, they should have the will to help. I hope that our show will inspire our political leaders to show more interest in such cases. Since snake catching is very risky, there are not too many people coming forward to do it. In fact, we have just a few snake catchers as such, so we must give them all the support they need. I hope Roy's accident comes as a warning for all the snake catchers out there. Roy is usually very careful and alert. Despite that, he was bitten. I have often seen visitors coming to forest areas trying to provoke an animal into anger by hitting them with stones. Then they take selfies with the enraged animal because that makes for a great selfie. They are courting danger. Never catch a Russell's viper with your hand. Use a catcher or pipe. We don't want to take up any more of Roy's time. Let's thank him for coming on this show. Please don't go away. Stay with us because we have still more exciting things coming up in this episode. The Snakemaster team is setting off for another destination right away. We are in the outskirts of Trivandrum near Nedamangad. Here a guest was seen disappearing into a hole in an earthen mound. People in the neighborhood call me right away. Our guest's hideout sounds a little tricky. There is a good chance that it will slip away. Let's go there and see. There are young children in the adjoining house. Their parents are away. This is where it's holed up. I can see it from here, through this gap. From what I can make out from here, it's a small cobra. I'm sure my viewers can spot our guest too. We will have to chip away some of the earth. A young cobra about 6 years old. It's a male. He's quite aggressive, maybe because of the hot weather. He's very smart and active and healthy. We have more and more calls coming in, so let's be on our way.